Hey everyone, Tom Massino here back at Nordson EFD, and today we're going to be talking about how to fill syringe barrels. Now I know what you're saying, Tom, that's pretty straightforward, right? Well, there are several ways to do it, and some ways are better than others. So let's break it down into three parts. First, how to fill thick materials. Second, how to fill thin fluids. And third, why the piston makes such a big difference in filling. First, let's talk about thick fluids. If you're dispensing a high viscosity material like a gel or a paste, bottom filling is the best. That's because it prevents air from being introduced. Now, there are several ways to bottom fill depending on how you get your material packaged. So, if you get your material packaged in a caulking tube, our Atlas barrel filler is the best solution for you. It accommodates 3 to 55 cc syringes and includes a weighted indicator that shows a maximum fill line, which is about 2/3 full. You can see how easy it is to bottom fill without trapping air. If you're using a 2-part epoxy and you get your material packaged in 50 ml cartridges, then our Equalizer is the best solution to bottom fill barrels. It makes it easy to downpack 2 component materials into a single syringe barrel. And if you get your material pre-packaged in 5-gallon straight wall pails, then our manual pail pump is the best solution to fill barrels for low volume applications. This requires some manual effort to fill a syringe and is typically used with greases or sealants. For thick materials packed in cartridges, there are a wide range of barrel loaders to choose from, depending on the size of the cartridge you're filling from. And for high volume filling, automatic systems provide faster, more consistent fills from a cartridge, tank, or ratio pump. Now let's talk about thin fluids. If your fluid is pourable, top filling is the best. Just make sure you have a tip cap twisted tightly on the barrel and pour the fluid into the opening at the top, then seal with an end cap. You'll probably want to use a funnel. This prevents your glue from getting onto the top of the barrel where it could adhere to your adapter. And one final thing to remember, whether you're top filling or bottom filling, pay attention to where the piston meets the fluid. If you're bottom filling, you need to keep a constant force on the piston as you fill. This prevents air pockets from forming. And you also need to manage the fill rate. This means you may need to slow down or speed up the fill to prevent air entrapment. If you're top filling, gently squeeze the sides of the syringe barrel when you insert the piston. This allows air to bleed past the piston so no air gets trapped. The goal is to fill the syringe with as little air as possible. But if you have air bubbles in pourable fluids, you can easily purge those through the dispense tip. For thicker, non-pourable material, you can use a centrifuge to remove trapped air before dispensing. Well, that about does it for me, so let's recap. First, bottom filling is best for non-pourable fluids. And no matter what method you use to fill, always remember to pay attention to what happens where the piston meets the fluid, and modify your process if you see trapped air. Well, thanks for watching, and again, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. We're here to help.